Hey everyone, tonight I'm going to be fixing 5-spice tofu. What all goes into the 5-spice tofu? For the sauce, 2 tablespoons cornstarch, 1/4 cup rice vinegar or apple cider vinegar. I'll be using apple cider vinegar. 1/2 cup tomato ketchup, 1/4 cup maple syrup, 1 cup of water, 2 tablespoons soy sauce, 2 large garlic cloves, minced or grated. I have the already minced kind. 1 tablespoon fresh ginger, grated. 1 tablespoon toasted sesame oil. 1/2 teaspoon Chinese 5-spice. 1/2 teaspoon salt. 1/2 teaspoon fresh ground black pepper. And 1/4 teaspoon red pepper chili flakes. For the tofu, 1 block, 16 ounces extra firm tofu. This is only 14 ounces. 3 tablespoons cornstarch. 1 teaspoon Chinese 5-spice. 1/4 teaspoon fine salt. And 2 tablespoons oil of choice. So let's begin. The first thing you want to do is press your tofu for 30 minutes. Tofu has a lot of water in it. And it's making a mess all over here, but as you can see, it is just full of water. So drain that. And then before I press the tofu, I like to kind of hand press it with paper towels a little bit because it has a lot of water. So we just keep pressing it like this until the paper towels are not sopping wet. You may go through several paper towels, but you want tofu to be as dry as possible. Now, if you don't have a tofu press, you can just put it on your cutting board like this and then set something heavy on it like a cast iron skillet. And that will help press out the excess water. If you do have a tofu press, which I just got, it's got this container that holds the liquid. The liquid will drain in there. It's got the spring so the tofu can go down and get pressed. Then it has the thing that sits on top of the spring where the tofu goes in with a little drain hole so it can drip down below. And then put your block of tofu in this part. And this one holds 12 to 16 block of tofu. Then put your lid on there, press it down until it latches, like that. So it's pressing, and then you let it press for 30 minutes. While your tofu is pressing, make the sauce. Take a pan and dump in your 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and then slowly add the vinegar and stir until there's no more lumps. And if you're not using the apple cider vinegar, use the rice vinegar. I like apple cider vinegar better than the rice vinegar. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any lumps. Then you want to add all of the sauce ingredients. The 1/2 cup of tomato ketchup. The 1/4 cup of maple syrup. The 1 cup of water. The 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. The 2 cloves of garlic minced. The 1 tablespoon of freshly grated ginger. The 1 tablespoon of the toasted sesame oil. The 1/2 teaspoon of the Chinese 5-spice. The 1/2 teaspoon of salt. The 1/2 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. And the 1/4 teaspoon of the chili flakes. Then stir that until thoroughly combined. Then turn your heat to medium-low and stir that continuously until it thickens. Do not stop stirring or it'll become lumpy. All right, so it's gotten thicker and it looks pretty silky. While we make the tofu, you can either leave this on low or just set it off of the heat and then reheat it when we're ready to serve. So I'm going to remove it off of the heat. So after 30 minutes, this has been pressed. We'll take it out. This is how much water that pressed out of that. And I think using the paper towels helped it a little bit as well. So you want to do this about in 1/2 inch cubes. I'm just going to eyeball it. I've got my pastry dough cutter, which works really well. And you can cut these in half as well, which I think is what I'm going to do. And I'll finish that up and I will be back. Take a large bowl, dump in your 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, your 1 teaspoon of Chinese 5 spice, and your 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and mix that together. Then dump in your cubed tofu. And they're all about this size. And mix that until they are completely covered. And be gentle so you don't break the tofu. Take a medium-sized skillet and heat it over medium heat. Then add your 2 tablespoons of oil. And when your oil gets hot, add your tofu. And cook those on all sides until crispy, tossing them gently occasionally. And that'll take, about 5 to 10 minutes. All right, so they are getting a little bit crispy on all sides. We'll add enough of the heated up sauce. I did heat it back up. Just add enough sauce to just cover it. And then cook it for a couple more minutes until it gets nice and sticky and they're all covered. So here is the 5 spice tofu and it's sitting on a bed of rice. Let's see what Dave thinks.
Is that little chunks of chicken?
No, that's actually 5 spice tofu.
Oh, that felt weird. Well, there's an unusual texture. Well, maybe that's normal texture. I don't remember. I know I've eaten tofu once before, or maybe twice. I don't know. Flavor's good though. It's not my favorite thing, but I'm gonna eat it.
Recipe deals for easy meals. Please like, subscribe, and share. This is Cooking with Sherry. Until we meet again.